Hello and welcome back to PAX West 2024 coverage on Noisy Pixel. I'm here for a special interview with director and producer? Narrative director, better than producer, way better, of Life is Strange Double Exposure.
Noisy Pixel.
Our readers, our viewers, it was recently revealed, but please share with us where Max is in her journey and how this all came to be.
Oh, you go for it.
Sure.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. This is many years later after the first Life is Strange game where Max was the original protagonist. And she has achieved her dream of becoming a famous photographer. She's an artist in residence at a university in Vermont. She seems to be hiding something about her past. Her new friends really want to know what's up with that. The story begins when she finds her new friend Safi dead, murdered. Max has not used the supernatural rewind ability that she had in the first game for years, but because of this event, she's willing to try again. And when she does, she finds a parallel timeline in which Safi is alive and potentially still in danger from the same killer.
All right. Maintenance tech is on his way to unlock your office, Mr. Murphy. Then I'll just have a look around inside.
When this game was being pitched for development, why did the narrative team decide now is the time, the next Life is Strange game needs to be led by Max? Why is Max the main protagonist for this title?
Yeah, we've been exploring Max for quite some time. We wrote about Chloe in Before the Storm, and then we wrote about the after effects of Acadia Bay through Staff in Wavelengths. So we sort of danced around this, but Max has been part of our conversation like since the beginning. And for us, we always felt that after that final choice of the original game, there's a lot that happens after. There's a ton for Max to unpack and to process. And I think that we have a lot to say about her and about choice in general and about the difference in when you are an 18-year-old versus when you're an adult. So when we had the opportunity to have Max again, we were very, very excited.
How has her personality just evolved over these years? Her personality was already strong in the original, but I can only imagine where she is now. And not only that, but her powers have changed as well.
Well, I mean, in that we're catching up with her many years later, so she's got a little more experience under her belt, a little more life lived, and so she's a little less a wallflower. She's still very much makes the dad jokes, personifies inanimate objects the way she did in the first game. A lot of that comes down to the fact we were lucky enough to get Hannah Tell back as Max, and she inherently brings a lot of Max to the role, no matter almost how we would write her, direct her. She just inherently brings so much Max-ness to her performance. It feels like a natural evolution of Max. Hannah's grown with Max, along with, the time has passed since the first game, and so that allowed us to really bring, like it feels like a natural evolution of the character from the first game, just due to time and circumstance and people living their lives.
Was it fun to play around with Max with these new powers? With her personality already strong, was it fun to just explore these new powers and utilize them in puzzle solving and narrative creating?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, the idea that Max has already lived this experience with a certain supernatural ability, gains a new ability, and then has the context of that first game to comment on current events, makes her frustrated, sarcastic, appreciative of what her new ability allows her to do. It's an entirely new avenue to explore in terms of her relationship with the supernatural, since we can leverage the fact that she lived that first game prior to the new one.
It's also a new group of people that she's with. So she's been not able to talk about what happened to her for years, and now she's got people around her that are also older and maybe able to help her process. She's able to talk about having her powers with somebody that isn't Chloe or Warren for the first time.
And on that, you guys had to keep this a secret for a pretty long time too. And after the reveal and bringing it to PAX West, what is it like for you guys to kind of show and get to talk about this upcoming experience?
I mean, no joke, when we had the Summer Games Fest reveal, we didn't have a big event. We even kept it kind of secret from the studio itself when it was getting announced, just so that everything stayed absolutely under wraps. But we're watching the live stream there, and it's just me and my wife and my kid, and I'm tearing up that finally, after all these years, folks get to see that we're bringing Max back, that folks are excited that it's Deck 9. It was just overwhelming and completely transformative in terms of, we spend 3+ years making the thing. Now suddenly folks know what it is, and we were doing it all in secret before. And now folks are, excited, overjoyed. There's fan art, there's cosplay. It's insane. And folks haven't even played the game yet. They're just so excited. Honestly, so I'm going to start stumbling because I don't know really how to describe it.
But there's still so much more that I'm just like, oh, I cannot wait until everyone's played the whole thing, because I'm really excited for this. Yeah.
And when can they get their hands on this? When can we get new news? What's coming up?
I think you can look forward to a steady stream of news between now and its release October 29th, when the full game is available. That said, if you get, I think, the Ultimate Edition, October 15th, you get early access to chapters 1 and 2 and can play those ahead of time. And then 2 weeks later, get the other 3 chapters, play the whole thing at once.
Well, I know we'll be looking out for your reactions over this interview and for getting an early access. You got to get that early access. Got to play early. Thank you so much, guys, for hanging out with us, and thank you for watching.
Wanted to achieve. Can you therefore understand a fellow when he says that he doesn't want to end with any regrets at all?
Noisy Pixel.